Welcome back to another video. This is gonna be another how I budget my paycheck video. We know these, we love these, so let's get right into it. A little about me, if you are new here. These videos I think tend to be the ones that bring some of my new subscribers, so welcome. My name is Allison, I'm 29, I work full-time in healthcare. I'm a radiation therapist, so that is the paycheck that I'm gonna be budgeting. I am married, I have no kids yet, just 2 cats. He's currently sunbathing. My main financial goal at the moment is to save as much money as I can for down payment on a house so that I can get out of this apartment. Clearly, if you can't hear by the sound of the cars on the road, I need to get out of here. I need to be in a different space and I need to be in my own space. Like, I need it to be mine and I can do whatever I want to it. But I also want to be financially responsible and do the right thing and have enough money and not put myself in a situation where we can't pay the bills, mortgage, whatever. Like, our goal is to move into a house and still feel comfortable and that we can afford everything and pay all our bills. We want to be able to start the process of looking for a house, getting pre-approved for a loan, I would say in February or March of next year. So it's coming up. It's going to be coming up quickly. The goal is to save an extra $10,000 between now and then to help us put more towards the house, save for movers, furniture, closing costs, and also just to have a buffer so that we're not putting everything towards the house. Like, once we put the down payment towards the house, we still have extra just in case, because God forbid, and something will probably go wrong in the first 6 months, so we want to have that buffer of money to be able to afford anything that's going to go wrong. The last few years of my journey have been paying off debt. I've paid off my student loans, credit card debt, and my car loan. So now we're moving into savings goals. We want to have emergency fund. We want to have house saving fund. We want to be in the best financial situation that we can be. So that's where we're at. I feel like some other important information is that me and my husband don't currently combine our finances. We do probably plan to, at least somewhat in the future, or at least somewhat a little bit more in the future, because we do have some shared accounts, but I could see us having more shared accounts in the future, just we don't currently yet. Again, I work in healthcare. I have an hourly job, so I do get some overtime every now and then. So my bi-weekly paycheck does vary slightly. Okay. So this is the paycheck for September 12th, and my income for this pay period was $2,174.59, and I had $21.33 carry over from my last paycheck, a whopping $21. I'm slowly starting to buy a few things for when we move, just so that I'm not buying a ton of stuff all at once. And when I have a little bit of extra money, every now and then, it's nice to slowly buy some stuff, and nothing big, no furniture or anything like that. It might seem a little crazy, but at the same time, it's just something that I want to do in the next few months to prepare ourselves for moving. Towards the end of every pay period, I'm going to take a look and see kind of what I have left over, and if there's anything I can buy and start stocking up on stuff now, then I'm going to start doing that, or putting it into savings, or even putting it into our house saving fund. So that's why I had so little. I think because I did buy that bed frame just so that we could have it. It was on sale. That's the other good thing about starting the process now too with stuff for the house, is that I can keep an eye on things, and when it's on sale, I can buy it. If I have a general list of things that we're gonna need, if I find something on sale, then obviously it's yeah, I might as well buy it now, and then we have it for when we move, and I have the time and the money to save for it and purchase it now, versus when we're gonna be spending thousands of dollars in the future when we buy a house. That's just my mindset on it. I'm obviously not buying anything huge, or the main things that it would be better for us to measure and make sure things are gonna fit. I have no idea what the house is even gonna look like, obviously, so just little things that I know for a fact are gonna fit or that we're gonna need. That's my spiel on that, okay? Moving on moving on. Total to budget with is $2,196 for the next 2 weeks. Basically, then what I do is start going through any of the bills, the expenses, anything that I want to put towards savings. I took a general look, like now that I don't have any debt, I don't have my car payment. Now that I don't have that, what is a good like base number that I can put towards these savings accounts every single month that can just directly go in there and I don't have to worry about it? So that's where I came up with these numbers. Like some people ask like, how do I come up with the budget? What I did previously was write down every single bill and expense that I have, like fixed expense, even subscriptions, anything like that, from like the first of the month to the end of the month. So like this pay period is between the 12th and the 25th. So then I look at that list and I go, okay, these are the expenses that come out between the 12th and the 25th. And these are the things that I need to include in this budget, like this paycheck budget. The 26th to October 9th, that will go in the next paycheck. It always kind of works out that way, and like half the month goes into like each paycheck. So that's how I came up with a budget. And then after that, it's like you play around with the rest of the numbers that you still have. Honestly, it's now more of like a template. Every paycheck, I don't have to start from like scratch with the budget. It's now more of like a copy and paste template. I hope that makes some sense. Moving into what expenses and things I'm budgeting for from this paycheck. For my rent, I'm gonna save $400. I split my rent into the 2 paychecks just so that I'm not taking such a large number from one. And then into my emergency fund, I'm direct depositing $200 now. So that's gonna be kind of my baseline. If I wanna put anything extra into there, I can. And then into our joint savings account, I'm now direct depositing $500 per paycheck into there so that we can really like get that rolling. So at the bare minimum, I'm putting $1,000 a month into saving for our house, like a house down payment. And also both of those savings accounts are in a high yield savings account. I do highly recommend getting a high yield savings account, especially with savings, because you get way more interest for your money sitting in there, especially for something like an emergency fund where you're not often like taking that money out, or like a large savings goal, like saving for a house. Like we've been putting money into that account for the last few years. So that money's just been sitting in there getting us interest every single month, which is amazing. So I do highly recommend getting a high yield savings account. Into our grocery account, I did put $150. Again, that's also something that's kind of pretty much standard. Every 2 weeks, I put $150 in there, and that's been working really well for us. And then I take a look at subscriptions, and there's 4. I did end up canceling 1, so I am proud of myself for that because I hate paying for subscriptions, genuinely. But the 4 that I'm paying for this pay period is Epidemic Sound, that's $19.07. Spotify, $12.71. Canva is $15, and Book of the Month is $18.01. But that does total to $64.79 for the next 2 weeks for subscriptions. I'm gonna budget $65 for the cats, and that will get me 2 things of cat litter and 2 things of cat food. Then I have my gym membership. This is going to be my last month. I know, I think I've mentioned this in a few of my recent like monthly reset videos or budgeting videos, but I am officially going to cancel this gym membership. This should be my last month of paying for it. That is $277, which is insane, I know. The thought process too behind this is if I can save that money for even the next 3 months, that would be enough to buy like a really nice set of dumbbells to have a home gym, which is one of my ultimate goals in our house, is to have like some sort of space to have a home gym. And it's not going to be like perfect or like a really cool home gym. It's literally going to be like weights and a squat rack and like a mirror. And that would be so nice. Like I would genuinely enjoy that so much and not have to pay the money for a gym or go to a gym. Like that's my biggest thing, is the act of like getting home and then having to leave and go to a gym. Like I just want to be able to do it at home, and like I could watch a video, follow along on YouTube. But anyway, that was the real like push where I was like, okay, if I can save 3 months of this gym membership, I will be able to buy equipment that I could use forever. Anyway, last month of paying for that. Then I budget for gas for the next 2 weeks, and that is about $65. I also did end up putting $85 towards my credit card to pay that off. I know, guys, I've been trying really, really hard to not have to do that every single paycheck because I'd obviously rather have that $85 to use towards something else. I'm at least fortunate enough like that I can pay it off. It's only $85. Like, it's really not like anything crazy. I have such a better relationship with my credit card now. Like, I'm happy about that. Like, I'm happy that it's only $85 and I can pay it off every single time, every single paycheck, and still have like money left over, money to save, whatever. So this is where normally it's gonna be a little like up in the air at this point, because I kind of took a look at where I was at in the budget at this point, because those were all the things that I felt like, okay, I need to budget for these things and I want to put this much towards savings. Now, what do I have left? So after I looked at the numbers, I was like, okay, I still have like a little bit left over that I could use towards something. I could put some towards savings or investments, even emergency fund. But what I decided to do is put it towards this house. I don't know what to call it because it's not the house fund. The house fund is the down payment fund. This is like the house decorating fund, the house inside of the house fund. Like, I don't know what to call it, but I ended up saving $120 for this category so that, again, we have money to buy like a mattress, a new bed frame, a kitchen table, like things like that that are gonna be a little bit more expensive, or things that I'm like, okay, I kind of want to at least spend a little bit more on these things because they'll last us a while, but I also don't want to move into the house and then have to drop like $4,000 on these things that I could slowly be kind of saving up for. Like, I don't think it would be $4,000, but like to furnish a house, it is relatively expensive. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, even just little by little saving this amount every single time is gonna help us in the future and be like, okay, well, we can't cover everything that we want to buy, but we could cover something. That's my mind. That's like where my head's at. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that this budget kind of makes sense. But it's very different, I feel like, than some of my other budgets, and I feel like I'm needing to explain myself a little bit more. I know that like the whole point of me sometimes the whole point of me making these videos is to explain like why I'm making certain decisions with my money and how I'm choosing to put my money where. So that's why I explain a little bit. Okay, so anyway, if you add all of that up, it comes to $1,930. And if you subtract that from what I had to budget with, which was $2,195, that leaves me with about $265 to budget with for the next 2 weeks. And that's for anything extra. This is the money that I use for myself because I know myself and I know that I like to spend money. So I might as well give myself like that leeway to spend some money. Then I won't go like overboard if I'm not giving myself any budget. You know what I mean? It makes sense to me. This is the problem with like finance and personal finance. It truly is like everyone's different. Some people have the willpower and the desire to like not spend any extra money ever. And that's not me. Like there's certain things that are important to me that aren't important to other people, or things that I want to include in my budget that other people don't, like gym membership, getting my nails done. Like those things aren't necessary. And they're just things that I'm able to put in my budget right now and still reach the goals that I want to at a pace that I want to. Like there's always going to be people who are like, well, if you didn't get those things done, like you would have so much more money saved. Like, yeah, obviously, it's not that serious. It's really not the end of the world. And like what I do, I share because I find it helpful and like enjoyable to share, but I don't share for people's opinions. That's all I have to say on that. How is what I'm doing affecting what you do? That's how I see anything in life. Like that's a really big mindset that I have on like life and motto. Like, how is what I'm doing or what anyone else is doing affecting affecting you on a day-to-day basis, it's not. It's really not. So it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay that I spend my money the way that I want to. And it's gonna be okay if you spend your money the way that you want to. Whew, okay, that's all I really have. I'm actually gonna not fill out my spreadsheet with you guys today. I feel like I've been doing that a lot. I feel like you get it, and I don't feel like talking that much. So we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna end with my savings updates for you guys because I feel like that's fun, and it's a nice way for me to also see like where I'm at with my savings goals. With the $200 that I put into my emergency fund, that is currently at $3,650, and I want that to be at $5,000 at like the minimum. So we're working on that. We're gonna get that up as best we can. I do feel like an emergency fund is super important, but that's where we're at right now. For the house fund saving goal, again, the goal is an extra $10,000 in the next 6-ish months. With the $500 that I put in from this paycheck, the current amount that I've put into the house saving fund is $700. We're moving right along. That's pretty good. Like with the standard $500 that I'm putting in every paycheck now, I should get there pretty quickly. The challenge will be that last like $2,000 to $3,000. Like I think I'll be able to get to like 6 or 7 pretty easily, but like that extra like 2,000 to 3,000 would be the push goal. So that's where we're at. $700 towards our $10,000 goal by like February or March. Yeah, super exciting, moving in the right direction. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me and hanging out with me on this channel. I love making these videos for you guys, and I will see you very soon in my next video.